Now, here's Rand the Man and Donnanatrix as Caesar and Ethel Jaxx in The Honeymoon Is Over. For once, the walls of the Jaxx apartment do not resound with the persistent snoring of husband Caesar. More's the pity. There can be only one reason for this astounding phenomenon. Caesar Jaxx is not home. 2 o'clock in the morning finds Mrs. Jaxx on the telephone with her sister Clara. Let's listen in.
What did you say, Ethel?
I said I haven't heard from Caesar since he left for work. You'd think he'd telephone me or something.
Well, maybe he tried to call. You've had the phone tied up for over an hour, Ethel. You called me 3 times.
He's never done this before. I think he wants to upset me. He gets so angry every time I spend $1. He says I'm the biggest spendthrift in California. Am I, Clara?
I don't think so.
Well, Caesar does. And you know how careful I am about money.
Oh, yes, of course, Ethel. Well, I've got to give the baby his bottle.
You do? What time is it there in New York?
It's almost 5:30 in the morning, and Georgie gets a bottle every 2 hours. He's 4 weeks old, you know. He isn't gaining much, though.
What does he weigh?
61 pounds. I don't like the doctor we have now. He thinks George is too heavy.
Oh, I think he's the cutest little thing I ever saw. Did Caesar's shoes fit him all right?
Well, they pinch a little in the toes.
Oh, you can get them fixed. Oh, I think Caesar's here. Goodbye, Clara. Caesar! Caesar!
I can't find a blasted light switch.
Oh, I'm so glad you're home, sweetheart. I'm in here.
Huh?
Never mind the lights. Come to bed, darling.
Oh, I must have the wrong apartment. Excuse me, madam.
Caesar, come back here.
Oh, hello.
Where have you been?
Working. Let me get undressed. I'm exhausted.
Why didn't you call? Don't throw your good coat on the floor, Caesar.
You can sweep it up in the morning.
No call, no message, no nothing. Why didn't you call?
I didn't have a nickel.
You did too. You had a quarter in your pocket this morning. Who'd you take to dinner tonight?
The whole chorus from Earl Carols. That's me, boy. Old Diamond Jaxx.
Don't be so funny.
I'm not funny. I'm exhausted.
I bet you never thought of calling me. Other men would call their wives. If Mel Shaw leaves the house for even 5 minutes, he calls Louise.
Calls her what?
But like you care about me, I've been sitting here worried myself into a stew. What did you eat?
Stew.
Caesar Jaxx, let me look at you. Are you sure you've been in the office till now?
Well, where do you think I've been?
I don't know. You didn't pass a cocktail bar on your way home, did you?
I never pass a cocktail bar.
Huh, that's what I thought. You've had a drink.
I did not.
You had more than one.
I didn't have any.
Why are you trying to take your pants off over your head?
What pants? This is that sweater you made me out of your old slacks. I'm the only man in town with a V-neck seat.
Oh, stop complaining. It keeps you warm.
Put out the lights, Ethel. I can't hold my eyes open.
Caesar, you're not going to sleep in that horrible old sheepskin vest.
Well, I'm cold.
Take it off. It looks hideous.
Nobody sees it.
Now just get up and put some pajamas on.
I hate pajamas. They strangle me.
Well, you can't wear that thing.
Can too.
What if there's a fire?
I won't go. Good night, Ethel.
Just get out of that bed and hang up your clothes. Don't leave them on the floor for me.
Ethel, I'm sleepy.
I'm always crawling under the dresser and picking up your collar buttons, picking up your ties, picking up your handkerchiefs. What do you think I am? A vacuum cleaner?
No, Ethel, a vacuum cleaner can be turned off. Look, Ethel, do me a favor, will you? I worked 18 hours today. Just let me close my eyes for a couple hours, will you?
I'm afraid if you fall asleep, you're going to start snoring.
No, I won't snore. I never snore.
How can you say that? You've never missed a single night since the second day we were married.
Mm-hmm.
You snore on a Monday, you snore on a Tuesday, you snore on a Wednesday, on Thursday you snore. So what are you going to do tonight? Oh, nobody would believe it. I'm married to a cellar pump. Oh, Caesar, you promised you wouldn't snore. And the minute you closed your eyes, you started.
Ethel, what do you want from me?
I won't stand for it. Go to sleep in the guest room.
We haven't got a guest room.
If you were a good husband, you'd see that we have 2 guest rooms. You used to have plenty of ambition before we were married. Whatever happened to your get up and go?
It got up and went.
I might have known you'd be like you are. Selfish, inconsiderate and thoughtless. You didn't even send me a Valentine's card.
Valentine's Day isn't until tomorrow. It's still tonight.
Tonight was yesterday. Today is tomorrow.
What?
And I know you didn't send a card because you didn't send me one last year.
Well, I forgot last year.
You always forget. You forgot my birthday. I bet you don't know when we got married, do you?
No, I don't.
You don't even know when you married me.
When? When? Oh, I thought you said why. No, I don't.
Oh, I suppose you think you were such a great catch. I could have married half a dozen of the wealthiest men in town, but no. I had to fall for you and your smooth talk. You kept calling me your buried treasure, didn't you?
Didn't I what?
Didn't you always call me your buried treasure?
Maybe I did.
Well, what are you going to say now?
I'm sorry I dug you up. Good night, Ethel.
Sorry you dug me up? There wasn't another girl in our crowd who'd give you a second look.
Oh, I don't know about that. Most of those dames thought I had what it takes.
Maybe you had it, but who took it? And what did I get out of this marriage? Jewels? No. Clothes? No. Money? No. What did I get?
No.
I tell you what I got, Caesar Jaxx. A one-room apartment and a leaky icebox.
Oh, leaky icebox.
Every night, my pillow was wet from my tears.
Put a pan under it.
Oh, you're not listening to me. You don't care what happens. I wish I'd never been born.
Oh, Ethel, what's the matter with you? Why don't you go to sleep?
How can I sleep? How can I sleep when I know that you don't love me?
Who said I don't love you?
Well, you never tell me that you do.
I tell you 1,000 times a day. I offer to pay a man $50 for a 6-inch tattoo that says Caesar loves Ethel. Why'd you object?
Because it would show when I wore my evening gown.
Well, I was going to let him do it on me too, you know. Anything to put a stop to that same question night after night after night.
Oh, if only you'd say it once of your own accord. I'd never ask you.
Okay, I love you.
Do you love me only?
Yes.
When I'm away from you?
Yes.
Well, say it.
I love you only when I'm away from you.
I guess you do. Maybe that's why you stayed out, cavorting, till 2 in the morning.
I wasn't cavorting, I was working.
What for?
Because I get paid for overtime and we need the money. I have to make a payment on my car next week. $84.
Where will you get that?
I got it. It's in the desk drawer.
No, it isn't.
It is too. I looked yesterday.
Huh, you didn't look today.
Ah, Ethel.
There's only $60 in that drawer, Caesar.
What happened to the other $24?
Don't even look at me.
Listen, Ethel, there are only 2 people who have a key to that drawer. You and he, and $24 is missing.
Well, let's each put $12 back and say no more about it, eh?
I knew it. I knew it. What'd you blow it on this time, Ethel?
I had to pay the phone bill. I made a few long-distance calls.
Long-distance calls? Who'd you call for $24?
My sister Clara. I was worried. She had a tooth pulled.
How could you squander my money like that? I deny myself everything. Do I even buy toothpaste? No. I've been brushing my teeth with a whisk broom. I stick tinfoil in my cavities to save on dentist bills. I've been wearing an upper plate that belongs to my cousin, and she calls New York for 5 minutes.
Oh, don't make a fuss. Clara's my sister, and I have a perfect right to call her. Anyway, Barney's in the hospital.
Who's Barney?
He's Clara's husband. When he was out looking for a job, he tripped over a bar rail, and 2 cases of bourbon fell on his head.
Well, it's the first time the drinks were ever on him.
How can you say that? Barney's not cheap. He takes good care of Clara. She has a lovely home, and they've got money for everything.
Oh, sure. Money for everything.
Don't sneer. Last week, Clara had her tonsils taken out and Venetian blinds put in.
With a mouth like hers, they could do it. That bum Barney isn't working. Where do they get the dough?
Accident insurance. He's collected a fortune on accident insurance. Every time Clara has a baby, he jumps off the roof.
What?
He doesn't hurt himself too bad, just enough to collect the insurance. You haven't got any insurance, have you, Caesar?
No, I don't want to talk about it. I want to sleep.
But suppose something happens to you. What if you have an accident and you can't work?
Then we'll starve.
We're starving now.
That's too bad.
It's easy for you to talk like that. If anything happened, I'd be left helpless and destitute. Why didn't you get some accident insurance, Caesar?
I'll get some next week.
Ah, you say it, but you won't do it. Get up and do it now.
What?
Go on, get up and get some accident insurance.
Ethel, are you planning on pushing me out of a window? Are you out of your mind? It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, people have accidents all hours of the night.
I'm not going to have any accidents tonight.
Oh, how do you know?
Ethel, why don't you let me sleep?
Well, just promise me you'll get some accident insurance.
Why?
Because it's a wonderful protection. Clara told me 2 weeks ago a man broke his hip and he got $5,000. Last week, Barney fractured his skull and he got $10,000.
Well, what about it?
Well, next week, you might be the lucky one.
Good night, Ethel.
Good night, Caesar. Come tune in to Ran the Man on Spreaker.com next Friday for the next episode of Mr. and Mrs. Jaxx, or you can find us on YouTube.